Hello, thank you. We've taken some incredible, probably the most incredible strides to save the economy. Really, it's incredible efforts. I would like to shake everybody's hand. Hello and welcome to REKT Podcast, the only show with a never been more adept name. I'm Bunchu, and coming at you as always is my esteemed colleague and co-host, Crypto Chamber. Chamber, how you doing, buddy?
Not too bad, man. Reporting to you from day, 586 of self-isolation. I feel like
self-isolation, day 4. I've had to find multiple new revenue streams. Started a cam girl site for my pets. People are really into feet.
People are. Did you see my? Did you see my foot tweet the other day?
No, but I got a good foot tweet coming based on this same thing.
So I definitely broke my wife the other day. I tweeted out, I said, I think I just realized my dad is into feet.
Oh, yes, I did see that. Oh, my God.
And I think it literally broke my wife. Her mind is she's like, did he tell you this? And I'm like, no, I think I just put it together. Yeah, I you know when you just have an epiphany?
Yeah.
You're just like, oh yeah, oh. As you're, when you're a child, you just take these things for granted, and as you get older and older and older, you piece things together, right? It's like, oh, my parents were crazy; they weren't, normal parents, and you have these realizations as you get older. And I literally this weekend just put it together that I think my dad's into feet, because he would always like comment on like painted toenails and stuff like that, like of like women and like women with like nice feet. I'm like, that dirty motherfucker's into feet.
Oh my
but I
God.
thought that was pretty funny. That I just kind of put that together.
At least something is giving you joy in this time of hard just sorrow. Really, we are in full-blown corona. We've been calling it now for weeks. Full-blown corona.
We need t-shirt. We need full-blown corona t-shirts.
We really do.
I may work on that today.
Outrageous. Our worst nightmares have been coming true. I think, let's get your update on a scale of 1 to 5 strangers. How how worried are you now? This started as like a 2, right? A 2 out of 5?
I feel like a 2 or a 3 out of 5, I think is where we started. Maybe 2.5.
You were very passé about it in the beginning.
Right.
And I think over time now you've adapted.
I tell you, my surroundings have, given me a little bit more, moment to pause on and reflect on the situation. I have been making more stops to, the grocery store and, get a little bit more food, some, again, medicine, water, that kind of thing. Toilet paper, nowhere to be found. Lysol wipes, nowhere to be found. And it's so weird. And every time I go to the grocery store, anytime I go to any store, like I tease whoever's working at the the register, like, it's so weird. I said, every single part of this grocery store is regular. It's a regular Tuesday, and then you go into the toilet paper section and it's fucking Armageddon. And it's the strangest thing. I know some people have posted pictures of like other departments of their grocery store just completely wiped out. I have been to probably half a dozen or so in my area. Not the case whatsoever. You can still get all the good food you want. Water's a little depleted. I would say, like water bottles and stuff like that, but it still blows my mind. I'm like, well, they still haven't turned the water off on the tap, which is completely free. So I'm not too worried about that. Toilet paper nowhere to be found. Lysol wipes nowhere to be found. I would say I'm still at a 4. I think last time I said I was a 4. I think the reaction from everybody is very high right now, but I still think at the end of the day, I'm not that worried about the severity of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, if 1,000 people had, quote unquote, full blown corona, I think the number is like 7 people would die. As using the.
That's a lot.
I mean, that is a lot, but 1,000 people having full blown corona, out of all of them, 7 people would die.
No,
that means 993 would survive.
No. It's not. It's.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
If it's 0.7% fatality rate, isn't that?
It's not. It's like 3.2%.
Is it that?
Yes, it's the updated numbers came out. So basically, if I gave you 100 Skittles,
right,
and I told you 3 would kill you, are you eating those Skittles?
No.
Then there you go. That should be enough. There you go.
So we're saying it's upwards of 3%, not 0.7%.
Yes, and the problem is
I thought the 3% was that fatality? I thought 3% was like worst case, like full symptoms.
Well,
you know what I mean? If you get the virus, there's like a 3% chance of like full blown.
No,
symptoms.
they're saying 20% is
really?
like 19% is like hospitalized.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
and again, it's not that you're gonna get sick and die, right? Like
Correct.
You personally are not, most likely.
Most likely.
But you could give it to somebody who could.
Absolutely. I totally get that.
But the way this thing spreads is nuts. Like the fact that people are still outside in bars and restaurants.
Well, I saw videos of Nashville yesterday.
Jesus Christ, people. Are you fucking stupid?
Yes.
Like, just be smarter. Like, it's just how selfish people are, honestly. It's not that they just don't care about anything else but themselves.
I was reading something yesterday, I want to say, and it's... I'll pick on the Americans because they're fun to pick on, but it's that it is an American way of thinking where it's like us versus the bad guy, and
I saw a great tweet about this where
maybe we're thinking about the same one.
Yep,
where
probably.
Basically we're treating the U.S. is kind of treating it, or not everybody, but some people in the U.S. are treating it like a terrorist act.
Correct.
Where we're not going to let
tweet.
we're not going to let terrorism change our way of life.
This was such a great tweet.
I forget who tweeted it. We'll look it up between now and the end of the show, and we'll make sure to shut them out. But this is not a terrorist. This is a virus that doesn't care, doesn't have an agenda. It's just going to do what it's going to do, and you're not defying it. You know what I mean? You're not going to stop it with your great attitude and you're not going to change me and my daily routine. It doesn't give a fuck. It's just gonna penetrate your system and destroy possibly you. That's it. And I thought that was I thought that was a good tweet.
Infected? Maybe you?
Yeah, no kidding. So I don't know. I'm with you 100%. I think a lot of the bigger cities, I think New York and LA have put in some...
This just in. New Jersey sets statewide curfew at 8 p.m. and casinos, restaurants to close until further notice. Vegas has closed their casinos. Dude, that's big if Vegas is closing.
Did Vegas close the casinos?
Yeah, a couple.
Oh, that's the one. That says it all right there.
That's it, right? So... but the impact it's had on the market is nuts. We talked about potentially doing an emergency one last Thursday when everything was crashing.
Turns out we're still an emergency.
Yeah, no kidding. And I think we're going to be here for a while. It's the lowest it got the other day was 3,800
something
on the day that it lost 40% in one go. And then currently it's back to right around $5,090 is Bitcoin right now. 7-day change, 38.69% loss. Ethereum, 46.14% loss. Tether is now number 3 in market cap.
Jeez.
Yep. XRP down 33% in the last week. Bitcoin Cash 40. Litecoin 36. Bitcoin SV 45. So Tezos down 50%. Chainlink down 56%. It's rough out there. And just today, we're talking 3, 7, 6, 8% down, 11% down for Tezos. You know, it's rough, and I don't see it coming back. Everybody was saying last night that, you know, what the Fed did was going to pump Bitcoin. And during that speech, it was funny. It went up like $500, and then there was the tweet that I think Bobby put out that
I think you're right.
It said, you know, that this may happen, but it's not going to happen overnight. And I was like, I replied, yeah, that's the only thing that's keeping me from like smashing the buy button right now, because I was getting FOMO during that moment.
I bet you were.
And then you wrote
Smash
already smashed. So did you buy Bitcoin at that point yesterday?
No, I bought Bitcoin. When did I get it? I bought some on Thursday or Friday, whatever it was. I didn't get it at like 3,500. I think I got it around 4,200. But I did long it at yesterday. So I transferred a little over to Bitfinex and longed it. Then I think right around, I think I longed it from like 51 and change to about 57, 58, something like that. And just, that's it. And I'm like, I didn't short it though. I just thought it would get to, a little pump. Those, a lot of people are kind of calling for that speech pump, right? That seems to be a thing.
Basically Trump circle jerking.
Right, exactly. So I kind of played a little bit of the speech pump a little bit, and then I didn't know what was going to happen after. So once it got to kind of a little target that I had, I just took it out and then just sat on it. But I think we're still okay. But I'm a little hesitant on buying more because this is a great price. For under 5K, I think that's a great price.
I think we're a long way from being out of the woods.
You're not wrong, but
even if this V's right, like even if it's not going to be tomorrow. It's not at all. We're at the beginning of this in the United States, so like if people are reacting to Bitcoin or markets in general based on what's going to happen in the United States, I mean. I think we're far off from it just being, it's done, right? Like,
so
people are closing shit for 8 weeks. So
right.
That's a minimum what it's going to take to turn any of these markets around, right?
I mean, turning around in the sense where we see like upward momentum.
Yeah.
You're probably right. But are you saying we're going to kind of hang out in this area for the next 8 weeks, or are you saying we're going to go down lower? Because I say we're probably going to hang out. My opinion is probably going to hang out in this area for a little bit. I would say that 45 to 6.
I might get a big bleed down, I think. I don't think you're getting...
It's almost impossible to call. I think you're going to be able to find the generational deal on Bitcoin soon. And what's the Bunchu bottom?
I would say 3K. 3K is probably not out of the question.
Okay.
I don't think. I mean, what's stopping it from that?
Nothing.
At this point.
Absolutely nothing.
If you're talking global recession or even recession in the U.S., right? Like, whatever people say about, Bitcoin being a hedge to that stuff, it's not really, in the sense that, look, if people don't have, no one's thinking about Bitcoin except us, right? Like,
no, that's true.
It's
that being
not,
said, though, I think
people are trying to protect their own fucking money.
Totally. I think we lost a ton of people, a ton of, we'll call it maybe newer money in the last week. And I think whoever's left...
Say that again?
I think we lost a ton of money, or a ton of new money in the last week and a half. With obviously, I mean, you could see it plainly in what the market did, right? Like, did we retrace? Like, what's the highest percentage we retrace? 60%.
At one point, yeah, it was like 50, 60%.
Right.
When it was at 3,800.
Correct. Yeah.
It settled around 40.
I think. I mean, that is that's capitulation beyond capitulation. Like, I think that was the biggest wick in the history of Bitcoin, or the second biggest wick in the history, daily wick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think again, we've said this in the past where, if you're here now, if you didn't sell at 3,800, the people that were going to sell, I think, have sold the vast majority. I think
I don't know.
I don't know if there's room to go below 3,500, in my opinion.
We'll see.
We will see. That being said, there is no historical data that we can use to back up either side of this. We are in uncharted waters.
I mean, people were saying miners wouldn't let it go below 8,200.
Oh, recently, you're saying?
Yeah, like last week when it was dropping from 10 grand.
Right. But I mean, miners were still running at 3,500 when we were there back in 2019 or wherever we were.
Right, but what I'm saying is that everybody's saying, "Oh, the miner floor." Well, guess what?
The miner floor is now the miner ceiling.
Yeah, it's not there. I don't know, man. We'll see.
We will see. That's the fun part is we don't know.
But why would you be buying until it was on a upward momentum anyway? Like, what's the point of buying at this particular moment? Like
why buy? You're saying why buy?
Yeah, why buy here? I mean, why would you? Look, I feel like I don't see why you would at this point. It's the same kind of mindset as, right, like someone like Cred would have on like a breakout trade, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you may miss a $900 piece of the move if it's 5,100 to 6,000.
Correct.
But you also it's time value of money. It's also risk versus reward. It's gotta show you something as far as correction before. You're not going to bull market tomorrow. It's not happening.
No, I think I think there's two types of buyers here. I think there's a type of buyer like you're saying, like, why make a move? Wait till the market tells you to buy before you buy, which is obviously a smart decision. And then there's also the people that just see the potential and the value in Bitcoin, that see historical pricing, that see, where historical lows have been, and see, maybe this price, like, the $4,000 to $5,000 range as just a great place to dollar cost average.
Sure, absolutely.
I think those are your.
But
I think those are your two
people. I think
camps.
the people doing that are less than the people that you need to move this up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
You're right. Yes, yeah.
Like,
you're right there.
No, I just don't see no new people are coming to Bitcoin right now. It's not happening. So yeah, the order books are thin now because you got everybody that panic sold. So
I shouldn't say that.
It's easier to move it up, because if the order books are thin, obviously that means it'll go up quicker or also down quicker. But that also, I just think the amount of people if people are truly going to get scared about this market in general, not just crypto, but just the overall market, like, U.S. stock market, all this, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, treasuries, futures, all this shit, right? They're going to start protecting their own money, and they're not going to take that money and put it into Bitcoin. They're going to take it and put it under their pillow.
Well, no, especially when we're talking about like institutional money. I mean, that dream is gone for a little bit, I would say.
I would agree. Yeah.
Where we could see something, and I mean, it's not a great scenario, but if shit really hits the fan, and maybe some poorer, less developed countries start falling apart, and the government starts to, certain governments start to fall, and those people then turn to cryptocurrency as their, source of currency going forward. Obviously that could be bullish, but that's a very bleak. It would be a bleak turn of events.
I think overall, everything that's happening is bullish for Bitcoin. Now, that's not
long term.
Don't get me wrong. Yes, of course. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is we are nowhere near a bull market, right? So I think you're going to have some opportunity to buy in these ranges for a little bit,
right.
So I think that's, I guess, my point.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So we're calling the Bunchu bottom at, what did we say, 3,100? 3?
I'm going to go 3.
Okay.
Just give me an even 3.
Nice. Hey, if it's 3, Chambers buying that Bunchu bottom.
Also known as RIP this podcast, but
honestly, I don't like it when we're in a bull market. This is our zone. This is where
I was going to refer to another podcast that has since deceased, Coin Talk. The 3000 was always referred to as the Kang line.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
R.I.P. Coin Talk.
R.I.P. Coin Talk. Crypto Kang and what's
Adam Lammer.
Adam
Lammer. Lammer, yeah.
He was
Aaron Lammer.
That's right.
Yeah. So that's the state of affairs. Do you want to get to some news?
Yeah, we might as well.
Shall we? I don't even fucking know anymore what we should be doing here.
Let's give me a good throw to the news so I can put a nice drop in there.
All right. Well, let's get to the news. I think I've said that pretty much every time the same way, almost.
I love it. Consistency and branding is key to this whole game here.
That's right. You want to go first, or you want me to?
I'll go first. First. All right. We talked a little bit about this already. This is from the Block Crypto. The headline here: Fed cuts rates to near zero. Details $700 billion quantitative easing program. This is by the Block Crypto. The Federal Reserve announced today an emergency rate cut in preparation for the mounting economic threat of the coronavirus. The cut brings the interest rate down by 125 BPS to a target range of 0% to 0.25% and goes into effect today, being Monday. Quote, the Federal Reserve is carefully monitoring credit markets and is prepared to use its full range of tools to support the flow of credit to households and businesses and thereby promote its maximum employment and price stability goals, unquote, the Fed said in a statement. In addition to rate cuts, the Fed also detailed plans to deploy $700 billion to purchase Treasury securities and agency mortgage-backed securities to help support the, quote, flow of credit to households and businesses. Quote, over the coming months, the community will increase its holdings of the Treasury securities by at least $500 billion and its holdings to agency-backed securities by at least $200 billion, the Fed said in a statement. So they're really, I heard somebody say they're basically using all the bullets that they had to try to.
I mean, how much more fucking money can you inject into a market? And this is the problem. It's the first week of this shit.
That's what I'm saying. So they didn't really leave much.
Like
left
if you listen to it's so. I think the craziest part about this is like if you listen to what Trump says when he comes on, right? He spends the first 10 minutes talking about the market, right? And then he leaves. That's all he gives a shit about. He's very clear to see, I feel like. Then you get the doctor that steps up there. And this poor guy, he's got to be the bad guy. He's the one. And then Trump's like, we've got this under control. It's an incredible virus, but we've got it probably under control, probably. And that's it. The market's great. I'm happy with the Fed. Let's bring it to this tiny little doctor. Thank you. And so then the doctor gets up there and he's like, yeah, this is going to get way fucking worse before it gets better. Sorry, everybody. Like, okay, now he's telling you it's 8 weeks until we can do anything. And Trump's like, yeah, let's just fire off $2.2 billion worth of money or $1 trillion worth of money into the economy. What?
It's fucking bananas.
What? How much more can you, I don't know. It's scary, man.
Yeah, no, it's
and then the bank reserves are now zero,
right?
Which basically means the bank can invest or loan out or do anything with any money that they have.
What was it before? I want to say was it 10%?
I'm not 100% sure on that, but that sounds right.
So even then,
who we should get on here really soon? That I would love to get on here for maybe Wednesday if we could. And I have a feeling he'll listen to this, and maybe he's not busy. Is our boy Ledger?
Yeah, we need some actual intelligence on this.
Yeah,
show
and he's been I've been addicted to his tweets. Like tap it into my veins. That's the content I'm here for. Like, so maybe we can get Ledger on and give us his opinions on markets. Not financial advice, of course.
No, not from us at least.
Right. But so, and then I mean, thank God that I guess the FDIC has us insured. Our bank accounts insured up to $250,000, but like otherwise, there would be a bank run.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like if it wasn't insured, I'd be at my bank today requesting all of my money and I'd put it under my pillow.
Yeah.
know?
Yeah, I know. It's bonkers.
Can you tell I'm fired up about this?
Yeah, I can tell. Bunchu is burning up.
I think it's fucking insane. I don't know. I don't know what to expect. I'm kind of worried about it. We'll see. Everybody's telling me all my family and friends that aren't tapped into it like this are telling me I'm crazy, but we'll see. I was crazy 2 weeks ago when I told them this would happen too. So I don't know. We'll see.
We will.
Anyway, any more parts of this news?
No, there's nothing there. I could touch on the S&P 500 a little bit if we're going to stay in the financial markets. It hit its circuit breakers again as Wall Street shrugs off the Fed's
action. It this morning?
This is this morning again. Wow. I think it's the third day in a row or third time at least. My wife is bringing me a coffee refill as we speak.
What's up?
My apologies.
Wait, let's get her on and see what she thinks.
Amber, come over here. How bad are things right now?
I mean, I'm at home with 2 kids and a husband, so far.
So really bad.
Very bad. Very bad. Okay.
Do you have enough maple syrup and weed?
We do not have enough maple syrup. Actually, we have enough weed. We may not have enough maple syrup currently.
The weed is very important.
Yeah, I mean, weed. I think we're good till
quarantine without the weed.
I totally agree.
We have to go find some trees to tap.
We might have to make
our own.
Oh my God!
I feel we're good till at least June for weed.
Yeah,
maybe July.
If I don't smoke at all.
All right. Well.
Thank you, Amber, for our Canadian market correspondent, Amber.
And she's gone. She'll be texting me later to delete all parts of that.
Nope.
No, that stays in. That's
S&P down 7.17 at the moment.
That's
Dow
crazy.
30 is down 7.53. NASDAQ down 6.7. Wow, this is wild.
It's I think I want to say it's the third day in a row or the third time they had to hit the circuit breakers. I'm just trying to find it here because I know a couple of times last week that was the case. But yeah, it's not great. It's not great. But that's enough. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I'm getting fucking depressed. What do you have for news?
Should I even?
I don't know. Is it depressing?
Of course.
Because Amber brought me a bacon and cheese and egg sandwich, which looks pretty good too. So.
How long have we been going so far? Should we get into the fun shit?
Let's get into the fun shit. Yeah, I agree. Everybody's fucking on suicide watch anyways. We're at 37 minutes.
All right, let's get into the fun stuff. All right, so what we have here since it should be the kickoff of March Madness, right?
It should be. You should be enjoying yourself.
I should be. I was supposed to have off Wednesday through the rest of the week to go. I had tickets to the games.
Heartbreaking.
Oh, by the way, how about this? So the guy that we rented the house from, VBRO, by the way, I'll never use them again. They're leaving it up to the owner of the house to decide whether or not we get a refund, and he's not refunding us our money.
That's horseshit.
How about that? Meanwhile, Airbnb has put in place that, basically mandatory refunds if somebody asks. Because
Sorry, you didn't use Airbnb for this one?
No, this was VRBO.
I don't know them.
It's basically their competitor.
Okay. Are they pretty big?
Yeah, I would
Let's
say
use our Twitter clout to shame them.
Yeah, we should. Dude, I'm not even kidding. I will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we're stuck all this money. I mean, it was a couple grand.
That's yeah.
So,
I mean, come on.
I mean, it's a couple
landlord?
grand between 10 guys, but it's like
No, it's still,
you know, so it's still $300 or whatever.
right. No. I mean, whoever this fucking landlord is, come on. What are you doing? Like, yeah, we're all suffering here. Don't be an asshole. Oh, I bet you this is the type of person that goes to Walmart and buys 12, 12 fucking
He's the hand
packages.
sanitizer.
Oh, it's just the worst.
He's the hand sanitizer guy. All right, so here we go. Here's what we're going to do. We've got a bracket here. It's actually from a sports blog called Corked Bats, but they bracketed out for us. The coronavirus survival madness. And so they have made a bracket with 4 regions with different categories on what you would want to have during a coronavirus survival. So the regions are cleaning and personal hygiene, entertainment, food and drink, and things you miss. So they're all ranked. We're going to go with our voting here. We have to have consensus on this to advance something to the next round. We're going to go through it and see what the champion is going to be. We'll actually tweet this bracket out too and let us know what you guys think. All right, should we start in the top left with the cleaning and personal hygiene?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, round 1. Hand sanitizer, the number 1 seed versus 16 seed plastic bags. I mean, I think hand sanitizer is hands down, right? Do you have any?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see the benefit to plastic bags. Are we talking about Ziploc bags or like grocery bags?
I would say both would count.
I still can't see it be more beneficial.
I mean, plastic bags would keep your leftovers potentially, but you could find other ways to do that. I think at the time of this recording, hand sanitizer is probably one of the most important things. I mean,
right? you can 9x hand sanitizer right now for easy.
All right, so pencil in hand sanitizer for round 1 over the 16 seed. We've got number 8 versus 9 matchup: Windex versus bleach. What do you got?
Got to go bleach. I think it's an upset. Agreed. I don't know how bleach gets a 9 seed.
A 9 seed bleach over an upset over Windex. I agree. All right. This is interesting.
Yep.
So you got your bleach, but the 512 Lysol spray versus 12 seed hazmat suit.
I mean, a 12-5 upset is the key bracket busting upset, in my opinion. And I will go hazmat suit over Lysol spray.
You know what? I think I'm going to as well, because look, if I've got bleach, I've already got myself covered there.
Right.
If shit gets any worse, I've got the hazmat suit in my back pocket.
I agree. I think hazmat suit is definite must.
So the 12 seed hazmat suit is getting the nod there, right?
Classic upset.
So we've got an upset, 12-5. All right. Number 4 seed face masks takes on number 13 seed body wash.
So I have a thought here. I've heard that face masks are overrated. I heard they're better for stuff going out into something than filtering stuff coming into your actual,
It depends on the type of face mask.
Okay.
But you are correct. So like the N95 face mask will protect from airborne droplets coming in. So if it's not an N95, it's useless.
Okay.
Right.
So are we going to assume that it's one of those?
However, any face mask. So say you have it and you're not trying to get other people sick.
That works.
That face mask would be effective, right?
Okay.
Because that face mask would keep droplets in, so it would keep you from infecting
I think face mask
others.
is the way to go.
I think so too. I mean, what do you need body wash for? Like,
no.
You can. I mean, you can
use
what
bleach.
else do you? I mean, you can
bleach.
shower without it. Like you can shower without it. You will be fine. But I think face masks more important at the moment, right?
Yeah.
In case it gets any worse, you got to prepare for the worst on this, right?
I agree.
Now this is an interesting one. The 6 seed wet wipes faces off against the 11 seed deodorant.
Listen, in a time where toilet paper is scarce,
wet
wipes rule supreme. All right. You don't want any swamp ass walking around out there in the apocalypse. I think that's, in my opinion, wet wipes is the way to go. But
You're gonna need to sway me more on this, dude. Deodorant is necessary.
you're speaking like a person that does not have that does not.
There's also the number 2 seed toilet paper down below.
Listen, you speak like a man, and you are in the majority that does not use a combination toilet paper wet wipe in his daily routine. It is life
Yes, but
changing.
but there's nothing worse than smelling bad.
I like a good, musky, manly odor.
Oh my God, there's no way I can have this win. I mean, I guess it's an upset if we pick deodorant over it, but now we've eliminated body wash, and you're gonna eliminate deodorant.
What are we gonna?
I assumed I had deodorant. I didn't realize it was even on here. Shit.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll tell you what. We'll go with deodorant on this one.
All right.
We'll
We'll actually let's put this one out to a vote. Too.
Yeah, wet wipes or deodorant.
Any ones that we really can't decide on, we'll put out as a poll.
Yeah.
So keep making note of that.
Yeah.
All right. Number 3, Clorox wipes. 3 seed Clorox wipes over 14 seed Tide Pods.
Gotta go Clorox wipes. No,
I would say yes. However, if you're in a pinch, you could eat the Tide Pods.
that is true. That's a good point.
But I say Clorox wipes. Now we've got bleach and Clorox wipes
We're living.
and hand sanitizer.
We're doing well.
good. So I'm happy with our hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Pick. So number 7 seed Swiffer goes against the 10 seed latex glove.
I think latex glove over Swiffer.
I agree.
I mean, what are you Swiffering?
I agree.
Are we talking a little hand Swiffer? Is that what they're talking about here?
No, it sounds to
Or
me
like a wet jet?
they're-
I don't know.
I would think it's a wet jet Swiffer,
Yeah.
like that kind of Swiffer.
Not the little
Yeah.
Either one. Either or. It doesn't
Either
matter.
one.
Yeah,
Either one.
agree.
I think latex gloves is the way to go.
All right, so we got an upset there.
Then the last one of this is number 2 seed toilet paper versus 15 Pam cooking spray. No brainer, right?
No
Blowout.
brainer. Toilet paper.
You need the
obviously.
toilet paper.
Yeah.
All right. So what's our next round? We've got. So let's finish this bracket before we move on.
Okay.
We've got number 1 hand sanitizer versus number 9 bleach.
I think hand sanitizer is overrated, in my opinion. I think bleach is more valuable than hand sanitizer. What do you think about that?
So the problem is, I think you have to go out, and if you have to go out in public, like the hand sanitizer is going to protect you better.
Couldn't
right?
you
can't
make a
bleach,
hand sanitizer
You can't
of-
bleach your hands.
Can you not dilute bleach in water and make a hand sanitizer out of that?
I'm not sure if that's how science works. But
I'm not a scientist. Okay, let's go with hand
here's the
sanitizer.
problem. Like the bleach, while good for disinfecting, obviously probably the best disinfectant out there.
It's the Donald of
It's
bleach.
incredible. The problem is you're only really using that like in your own home. It's not like you're going out in public with bleach, right?
That's true.
So I would think if you go outside, you have to have the hand sanitizer no matter what, right?
Yeah. Okay, let's go hand sanitizer here.
We're getting the hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
I'm open to be swayed if you can sway me, but
No, I think you're right. Plus, I think there's societal benefit to hand sanitizer. You can trade for maybe bigger
that's true.
items.
It's probably yes, that's true. Yes, like that guy who has
Fuck that guy.
$17,000.
I think he's Canadian too. That piece of shit.
Oh boy, I think there was one in Canada and one in Tennessee.
Oh, there's one in Tennessee. Yeah, I think we have one in
all right.
DC.
Next one here, we have 12 seed hazmat suit. Oh, this is a tough one. 12 seed hazmat suit versus 4 seed face mask.
I think hazmat suit is the way to go here.
Look, I think I'm with you. Because if it gets
It's
any
built
worse,
in. It's built in. You
Yeah,
get a
you
face-
could just wear that thing all the time.
Yeah.
All right, we're going 12 seed hazmat suit. So wait, are you gonna fill out this whole bracket and then put out what our results were?
I'll have to handwrite it, but yes.
Okay. Now our next one is. Did I get deodorant?
Yes, we went with deodorant.
All right, so we got
also.
11 seed deodorant versus 3 seed Clorox wipes. I feel like I don't know.
Do you think we can forego Clorox wipes?
Well, we have hand sanitizer now, and we've lost Lysol spray. I feel like you take the Clorox wipes,
I think you have to take the Clorox wipes.
right? Because
Again,
we've now lost Lysol spray
There's
and
value
bleach.
to it too. I think there's some value to
Yeah,
it.
Correct. It could
As
be
a
traded
currency. Yeah.
All right. Now we have 7 or 10 seed latex gloves versus 2 seed toilet paper.
You gotta go TP.
I think so too, especially since we have the.
You could trade toilet paper for guns right now, if you wanted to. In this, I mean, you're good. That's your $1,000 bill right there.
So now we've got. Let's see. So we are in the Sweet 16 part of this bracket. We have. What do we have? Hand sanitizer.
Yep.
Versus hazmat suit.
Hand sanitizer.
I think you go hand sanitizer.
Hazmat suit though.
Yeah, but like right now, you're not. Again, I think there's utility beyond just the hand sanitizer.
Okay. All right.
Unless you want to go hazmat suit. I mean,
no. I think you're probably right. There's some valid. There's besides the sanitation value there. I think there is a social.
I think there's currency, social value. Yeah. All right. So then we got. Hold on. Do we have
Clorox wipes?
Clorox wipes versus latex toilet paper. Yeah. Right.
I think you got to go TP.
I think you go TP. So now we have a showdown versus with the 1 and 2 seeds have made it. So hand sanitizer versus toilet paper.
I think you go toilet paper. Right?
It's tough. Look, my wife texted me saying that she was going to go buy a bunch of toilet paper the other day.
Where?
Oh, well, this was before the shortage. And I said, buy food and water, wash your ass in the sink. That's what I replied to her.
Not wrong.
Oh, and now Siri thought I was talking to her. Sorry. So I personally would say hand sanitizer. However, right now, what's got the more social value is probably the toilet paper.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So we put in toilet paper there?
I think so. I think at this point in time, I think that has the most value.
All right. So that means toilet paper is in our final 4 from the cleaning and personal hygiene. We're probably like this is going to take long if we go through the whole thing.
I agree. I don't think we should do the whole thing. Do you
want to go with one more bracket and then we'll do the other 2 on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think that's the move.
Now let's go. Let's do one that's a little off track. Let's go to the bottom right corner.
Okay.
On things you miss bracket.
All right.
So we've got the number 1 seed, things you miss, is March Madness going against the number 16 seed going to the bank.
It's no brainer here. This is March Madness.
1,000%. Number 8 seed taking Ubers versus the number 9 seed concerts.
Are we not allowed to take Ubers anymore? Is that the thing? I didn't know that.
I mean, I probably wouldn't be taking an Uber. Like, would you get in a cab right now? It's like
not
a revolving door. But it's the same thing. It's a revolving door of people.
There's I mean, you're not wrong.
Sitting and
there is something nicer about an Uber, though, than a cab.
Oh, no, I agree. But it's the same theory, right? It's just a revolving door of people. But concerts,
I tell you,
concerts you're definitely not going to at the moment. So
definitely, and I bought 2. We have planned to go to 2 concerts, one in late April.
So then we're going to go concerts on this.
Yeah, for me it's concerts.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Probably more conveniently for me would be taking Ubers because I don't go to a lot of concerts, but I'm willing to give concerts here for sure. 12-5, here we go. Number 5, the NHL. Or number 12 seed, not needing to wash your hands every 5 minutes.
I'm not an NHL fan.
I am, but the 12 seeds got it.
For sure has got
12 seeds got it. First of all, we've already hand sanitizer has been eliminated, so we already see that there's a need to not wash. We already would rather not wash our hands every 5 minutes, right?
Right.
Number 4 seed MLB versus number 13 seed theme parks.
I hate theme parks.
Yeah, I'm not a big theme park guy either, and I'm a huge baseball guy, so it's going to be.
I would much rather
go
to a baseball game than a theme park.
Okay, number 6 seed, the Masters, or number 11 seed, going to the movies. I'm gonna let you go first on this one.
I'm a golf fan.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, I watch a good amount of golf. I play a good amount of golf. I still think going to the movies is more fun than going to the Masters. I mean, obviously, going to the Masters is like a once in a lifetime. Like,
yeah, but watching the Masters is. I mean, this isn't necessarily you have to go there.
Right, but even just once a year. I go to the movies a couple of times, like probably 4 or 5 times a year.
Yeah, but I guess it's because though, like you got to think about it as the Masters is canceled because of this. Going to the movies will come back. You will never get the 2020 Masters again.
That is a good point.
So
is Tiger in the
Yeah, he will be in the Masters. He won it last year, so he's definitely in.
Yeah, so
I'll let you make the call.
I'm going to go Masters.
I can go either way.
I'm going to go Masters because I do want to see Tiger get, I would like to see him surpass Jack for total.
So you need him to have all these majors. Yeah.
Yeah.
You need him to play them.
So yeah, I'm going to go Masters. Even though I love going to the movies.
I do too, but Masters is one of those great weekends of the year.
It is. You're right.
Like I'm
poo-pooing Masters weekend, and you're 100% correct.
There's a lot of reasons to like Masters weekend. Number 3 seed Human Contact.
Yep.
Versus number 14 seed Coachella.
I've never been to Coachella.
Me either. I actually don't like it quite often.
I don't like Human Contact.
Okay. For me, it would be Human Contact.
That being said, though, I am a boisterous, like I'm a slap on the back, like get my arm around you, handshaking son of a bitch.
Okay.
Yeah,
right.
like I am pretty touchy feely. Now that I say that,
especially so we're going Human Contact.
I think I do like Human Contact. I don't like a lot of humans, but the humans I do, I really like to touch.
Gotcha. All right. Here's a good one. I like this matchup. Number 7, not fearing death, or number 10, your kids being at school.
Things you miss. I have a monster in my house right now that should be I know it's March break right now, so technically she should be here anyways.
Yeah, but they're gonna be there after that.
A couple more weeks after that for sure. I would say I would say not fearing death. Because
okay, I'm gonna let you make this call because I don't have kids, so it was not fearing death to me. So if that's what you're going with,
I don't mind. Yeah, like having my kid at home. I like my kid, so it's okay that she's home. But yeah, and I'm not a big fear death person either. But I do have to have a lot more death conversations with my daughter more recently than I have. So yeah, I go with that.
Okay, so then we have the 2 seed NBA versus 15 seed South by Southwest, which is another concert, I believe, right?
Yeah, it's like it's more of a festival, but music is the big part. But there's big comedy. I think a lot of comedians go to South by as well.
So I hate the NBA, but I'm still going to go with that.
Listen, the NBA.
And I know you're a big NBA guy.
I get not daily reminders, but every other day reminders because I haven't erased my Laker calendar from my phone yet. So like every other day I get like a reminder, oh, the game's starting in half an hour. I'm like, no, it's not, you son of a bitch.
All right, so NBA.
Yeah, NBA
goes up. All right, so back to the top. We have the number 1 seed March Madness versus number 9 seed Concerts. For me, it's no-brainer.
Yeah, I know it's a no-brainer.
It's literally one of my favorite things. So you got to convince me on Concerts.
So I'm gonna go. We'll go March Madness because it hurts you more.
Yeah.
But I think that's another one we're gonna put out in a tweet.
And the thing is, like, okay, go ahead. Yeah, for sure. And I think the thing with this one is too. Again, you can go to a concert when this is over.
Exactly.
Like, you're not going to miss the concert of 2020.
I won't be able to watch Jimmy Eat World though on May 1st or whatever.
Right, but like March Madness, that's done. You don't get that for this.
I won't be able to see Jimmy Eat World for my 7th time.
Right, exactly. And you can go to Jimmy Eat World your 8th time in December.
Right,
you know?
That's a good point.
All right. So then the next matchup is the 12 seed, not needing to wash your hands every 5 minutes, against the 4 seed MLB.
I mean, we might be split on this one as well. You're a big.
I don't think so. I'm going with you.
Not washing your hands every.
Yeah, we're giving it the upset. Yeah, we're giving it the upset.
So true. Like,
I love baseball so much, but I think this one is a warranted upset here.
Yeah, I agree.
We have the Masters, the 6 seed, going against number 3 seed Human Contact.
I gotta go Human Contact for me.
I'll go with that as well. And then finally, 7 seed Not Fearing Death versus the 2 seed NBA.
It's NBA for me, but I'll let you make
It's definitely
a call on
not
this
for
one.
me, so we'll put it on the poll, but I'm going to let you move on NBA.
Okay.
All right? You gave me March Madness. I'm going to give you NBA.
All right.
All right, so the next round, we have number 1, March Madness versus number 12, not needing to wash your hands every 5 minutes. Dang.
For me, it's not having to wash your hands every 5 minutes.
For me, it's still probably March Madness.
Okay,
but
we'll go with March Madness.
No, but I feel like I can respect this upset if we're going to give it to it. You want? It's up to you.
I don't know. You were supposed to go to March Madness.
Yeah, I know, and it's literally I take the days off every single year. It's literally my favorite time. So I would definitely go with that.
I do have to wash my hands every 5 minutes, but it is a benefit. You know what I mean? My hands are clean.
Yes.
There's no benefit from not going to March Madness.
All right, we'll take the 1 seed March Madness. Then now we have Human Contact versus the NBA. 3 seed versus 2 seed.
Maybe my 2 favorite things. Who knows? Who knew? I'm gonna go with Human Contact, I think.
Okay, then it is that because I would go that over NBA. So if you're picking that, we're good.
Yeah.
Now we have March Madness, the number 1 seed, over number 3 seed Human Contact.
I gave up the NBA on a year where LeBron James is 35, playing like an MVP, with the Defensive Player of the Year in Anthony Davis, with a sure line to the finals, if not the complete championship.
So you're saying we go Human Contact?
I gotta go. I think Human Contact is the way to go.
Okay, I will take that as an appropriate upset. I think that's, if anybody, look, I feel like that's the closest thing to the 12 seed not having to wash your hands every 5 minutes. So I could see this being an upset, right?
Yeah.
Like that, I see that upset happening. So now, out of the things you miss bracket in the final 4 will be Human Contact. So right now we have hand sanitizer and Human Contact with their spots locked in on this bracket. So next time we will do food and drink bracket and entertainment bracket. Ooh.
I think both of those are going to be fun too. So we'll do those on Wednesday?
Yeah.
That sounds good. I think that'll be fun.
Anyway, all right. That puts us right on time.
I'll put out. So we have. So we'll put out for polls. We'll put wet wipes versus deodorant, March Madness versus concerts, and NBA versus Not Fearing Death as kind of the 3 that we were.
Yes. Make sure the tweet is read like that. They know that it came from this specific bracket. You know what I mean? And then use the hashtag Corona Madness because that's what these guys are doing. So. Anyway, so that was one again last minute thing that we ended up doing. That was fun.
Those are always the best.
Yep. So anyway, that's gonna do it for us. Here's what we could do. If there's a possibility that we have a guest on Wednesday, they would be the deciding factor because then we can have 3.
Yes,
3 voters.
That is nice to have. So
you know
Brian,
what I mean?
You're listening?
Yeah, Brian.
Figure it out.
Come on the show.
Wednesday.
We miss you.
Nobody's working. All right, let's just get it done.
Yep. Anyway, all right, that's going to do it for us. Until next time, don't get wrecked if that is a possibility in this market, and that is financial advice.
Hey, everybody, thanks for listening. You can help support us by giving us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and become a REKT patron by signing up for a monthly tier on patreon.com. That's patreon.com/REKT podcast. Don't get wrecked.